Hey guys, it's your friend Choice CJ here, and we are going to do a Pokemon Showdown OU live here in a moment, but I do want to talk about a couple of things. I haven't put up any videos in a couple of days, and normally I put up Friday, Saturday videos for UBC, but unfortunately my Week 7 match against Tom was not able to be played. We had just some scheduling conflicts, and some days I wasn't available, some days he wasn't available. We had a last chance to make it up, but Tom couldn't make it, so we ended up with a forfeit victory. Which I'm not super happy about. I would have loved to have played the game because Tom's a good friend and it would have been a lot of fun. And plus I would have had a couple of videos to put up on the channel for you guys. But I just wanted to let you know about that. And also wanted to talk about the Soul Link. If you haven't seen my Twitter, I did put an update about this. RG is having some technical difficulties, completely unrelated to the other technical difficulties that we had with my microphone. And he's not going to be able to play the Let's Play for some time, so it is indefinitely postponed. I'll definitely keep you guys posted when we think that's going to be coming back. And then the final thing that I wanted to update you guys on that is in the category of somewhat disappointing is that I will be traveling starting for about a week. So there's, I guess, I don't know when you guys are going to be watching this video, if it's going to be the day it gets posted or you're watching it a year after the fact. But there's going to be no videos coming out, or I'm not going to be recording any videos for about a week. I'm going to try and record a couple of videos before I go, so that way I can upload them while I'm away. Do the best we can to make that happen. But two, I guess, announcements, or not really announcements. One announcement, one just other note, is that there are a few other series that I'm working on that I'm going to be bringing to the channel. Don't want to reveal too many more details yet. They are in the category of Let's Plays, so that should be a lot of fun. If I'm really lucky, I'll get some of those up before I leave. The other one of them, maybe the other one, might need a little bit more time to iron out the details. And then I am excited to say that I am going to be in the D League for the PMC. I have been doing analysis for the PMC for Season 1. Been doing a series called Momentum Shifters, and JSpecs and Fanbase were nice enough to ask me to join the D League, and we're gonna try and make a splash in that league. It is gonna be all Wi-Fi battles. It's not gonna be on Showdown, so that's something that we've never done before, and I'm really excited to make that happen, and be really excited to share those battles with you guys. Once all the draft details are finalized and everything, I'll announce that, and we'll do some team analysis videos and things of that nature. So yeah, so I did want to apologize, and also thank you guys for your understanding for the lack of videos of the past few days. It might be a little bit late on videos in the next couple of days, but we're going to try our best to make sure that doesn't happen. And we've got a couple of cool videos, maybe not this next week, but in the coming weeks, coming months, a lot of stuff for you guys to look forward to. So without further ado, we are going to jump into this Showdown live. We've got a pretty bad Dragonite team with Spikes Ferrothorn, Choice Scarf Jirachi, Rock Seismitoad, and then an offensive Yachi Berry, Landorus. I had Sableye on here to be a spin blocker, but it just didn't really fit with the mold of the team. Ended up being more offense than balance, so I decided to put Gengar on there as a spin blocker. I think Gengar's it doesn't really excel as a spin blocker because the two best spinners in OU, Starmie and Excadrill, both beat it. So that's kind of an issue. The switch into Gengar is almost always really obvious, and then they can just go for Psyshock or Earthquake against you, and pretty much always OHKO you. But anyway, we're going to try and win a couple games and do the best we can. So without further ado, let's try and find ourselves a game here. All right, and we get a bird team. It's going to be most likely Charizard X. It's really hard to say. Then the Staraptor is really scary, especially if it's like Choice Scarf. And Dragonite's always a threat. So what do we lead with? I think rocks are a pretty big priority. And there's nothing on the team that can immediately threaten Seismitoad. It doesn't really want to take a Draco from Lottie, but I think it can take one. So we're just going to lead with it. He leads with Clef. That's fine. If he wants to go for rocks, I'm okay with that. He just goes for Moonblast. That's a lot of damage. So I think we can go Ferrothorn. So do we think he has Flamethrower? I also want to calc that damage. Seems like a lot. Ferrothorn, a utility, Clefable. Yeah, that's like Life Orb. What if we make it 252 modest with Life Orb? Yeah. So he almost certainly has Flamethrower in that case. So we don't really have a switch in to this, funny enough. Oh, how do we let that happen? So what do we want this for? It does take care of Zard. No, it doesn't really even take care of Zardex. It kind of takes on Staraptor, but Staraptor still has close combat. I'm just going to Gyro Ball. For some reason, I didn't think that was going to kill. But it's because I'm bad. And we get a Sludge Wave off here for free. Well, what do we want to do? Do we want to make a pro play and go for something like Shadow Ball? No, he doesn't have a Poison Resist. I don't really care. Yeah, we still have Lando with Intimidate. We have Seismitoad with a little bit of HP. We have Jirachi, which can, take a hit from Dragonite. Retaliate with Heart Stamp or Iron Head. Jirachi's going to be pretty pivotal this game, I think. So, do we risk the speed tie? I feel like we do. And we lose. Well, what are you going to do? So now we can just go Jirachi. I think we just U-turn. Or do I Iron Head? I don't know. What do I do? I guess the question is, how much does Heart Stamp do? Because if it's like a 2-hit KO, it doesn't look like it's going to be. Heart Stamp. Okay, they don't even have it in here. So let's make Zen Headbutt a 60 base power move. Yeah, it does pretty little. So I think I'm just going to, just U-turn. And he stays in. So I guess I'm going to go Dragonite on this Draco. I go on the Defog. I think I'm okay with that. Whew. That crit mattered. Well, what are you going to do? Was it the best play? No. Did I have a switch in? Actually, yeah, but, who cares? The nice thing is that Lando can kill anything that wants to come in here. He can HP Ice, obviously, but that's why we have Yachi Berry. And that's probably Specs. There's Life Orb. Okay, so close enough. So I think we go Jirachi. And, he probably DDs here. I think we can Healing Wish and feel pretty safe about it. And then I think we just click Stone Edge a bunch of times, and we do good work. That still was a lot of damage. Hopefully that crit mattered, since he crit my Dragonite earlier. I mean, we still lose, unfortunately. But we did our best to make a triumphant return. GG. Okay. Let's find another one. Let's try not to lose this time. Oh, and we got a pretty cool team. It's a Dragmag team with also Jirachi and Diancie, both appreciating the steals being removed. We gotta have to be really careful with Ferrothorn and the like. So his Jirachi lead, I guess, is pretty... No, he leads Diancie. So Moonblast is going to do a lot, but maybe we'll just Scald. No, I've got a safe switch in Jirachi. Let's just go to Jirachi. Rocks Mega Diancie. Huh. So, I mean, so I've got no reason not to U-turn again. Ferrothorn does okay versus this. And then let's, I guess let's go Lando. Yeah, as he goes Mag. So he does have a bunch of switch-ins for this, so we just U-turn. Alright, apparently this is the switch-in. Because now we can just U-turn again. I really need a hazard remover on this team. Dragonite's just not very good with without hazard removal. And that's why I had Mega Sableye on here before, to deter the hazards. That's Rocky Helmet. So, he's not staying in. Does he go to Mag? And we missed the Focus Blast. And we died a knockoff. Excellent. Good stuff. So now we don't have an answer for this. Yeah, I think we lose again. Knocks off the Yachi Berry. See if we can't knock off the Rocky Helmet. Giga Drain does a good bit of damage. I'm hoping it doesn't knock off again, because that would probably kill Jirachi. Probably just gonna Giga Drain, right? So now this isn't even gonna kill. We're resorting to the Paraflinch now. Let's make it happen. No, we can't do that because then we're gonna die. So he's probably got like Earthquake and Hidden Power Fire back there. Leech Seed and Sleep Head are also possible. Yeah, this is why I'm glad I didn't make that move. You know, but it doesn't really matter. We still can't win. There he goes, Tangrowth. Yeah, so we're not winning this game either. Let's just go Ferrothor and get some hazards up. Dancey's not really a switch in here. No, he goes Pharaoh, or Magnezone, sorry. It doesn't matter, we can't win this game. I'm just gonna not waste any more time and we're gonna find another one. Okay, we get some Volcanion Sand. Whew, this is gonna be a tough game. Let's see. I do think Gengar's a decent lead. But it's just tough because Torn is also his best lead. You could also leave Volcanion. Let's leave Lando, because I think Volcanion... Okay, so it goes Torn. So he most likely is just going to U-turn out of here. He goes for Hurricane, and it's Life Orb. Excellent. We're off to a great start again. Alright, so this is a free move into Gengar. I think we Focus Blast as he goes into T-Tar. Let's hit this time. There we go, and he lives on 1. Huh. So now I do think that this Pursuit kills. Oh. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's win the speed tie this time. We can do it. Oh. Hang on a second. Mega Latios? Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that, guys. Honestly. And now, if I've learned one thing playing with this team is that Ferrothorn is not a counter to Sandrush Excadrill. It's really not. See? That's damage. However, Leech Seed is an incredibly good move. And goes Volcanion. This is going to do okay damage. Well, it helps when it crits. Seismitoad's also not a switch in to... okay, so that's not Specs Volcanion. Does that mean he's Assault Vest? Which means that the Hidden Power Grass is probably coming here. See, without Lando, now we can't really deal with Volcanion all that well. I think we can go Jirachi. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I kind of just want to click Iron Head twice. Or, what's the Excadrill's health at? Just gonna Heart Stamp. Oh, that was a mistake. Ugh, I can't believe I let that happen. That was such a bad play. That was really bad. Oh, and he's not even Scarf? Okay. And we're faster, nice. Look at Seismitoad. And then, of course, we are not a counter to this thing. This Hurricane's gonna do a lot. Yep. Alright, we just got a Gyro Ball and hope for a miss. He's hit 3 now. Alright. Cool. Took out the Torn. That was a threat. And he doesn't have any ability to get Sand up again. So how do we pivot around this? Let's go into this. And then do we go into Toad? Let's go into Toad. Alright, good play, good play. Any chance we live this? It is a roll. Nope. Was worth a shot. Volcanion's at very low health. I think that Gengar can get 2 kills here. Maybe not 2 if he brings in Clef. Alright, it does get 2 kills. That's not the counter to Gengar. He soft boils. So let's see. I guess we just Heart Stamp 3 times and win. That's my plan. Okay, guess gonna have to be more times than that. I was really thinking about clicking Iron Head, but it's 4 times resisted by Volcanion. All right, we're gonna need a high roll here. We don't get it. We need T-Waves. All right. So now we can go Pharaoh. I think we Power Whip. And we miss. That's nice. And he's Calm Mind. Luckily, that is a 2-hit KO. And we have Dragonite with E-Speed in the back, so we can kill Volcanion and not, and it should be fine. He is going to end up stalling me out here. Because I only have so many more gyro balls. I got 4 more. What's the play? What's the play? I just gotta hope for a crit on one of these 2 turns. Missing that power whip really sucked. It's also nice that we're getting some high rolls. Alright, no crit. Ugh. See, yeah, now I think we lose. I was so hopeful. This game was going so well. If I just clicked Iron Head, then I would have won. Yep. We're just going to accept that and move on as our ladder rating goes down the drain. We got the yellow team here. So we're thinking Azelf is the lead. Yep. We're just going to try and flinch this down. Because, I mean, if we just go for U-turn, he's going to be Sash. Cool. Alright, no rocks this game. Alright, so what do we let get burned? I guess Seismitoad. Oh, he plays us like a fiddle. Well, at least he doesn't end up getting rocks, which is fine with me. So we might go for one more game after this, but I am going to keep this relatively short just because I am pressed for time. I'm hoping that after this I can work on some stuff for these new series that I've mentioned. Once I get them all sorted out, I think you guys are going to like it quite a lot. So we don't have a great response for this. Seismitoad's not going to do... No, we need it. Kind of. I think it's weird as this sounds. No, I like to keep Lando as well. So it's either, I think it's Dragonite or Gengar that we let go down here. I think actually we go Dragonite and we can get off an E-speed. That should be fine. I think I'm just gonna try and get 2 E-speeds off. Or no, I can get a Dragon Claw and an E-speed. Cool, no confusion. This is not gonna kill, but as long as we get it in range. It goes Arcanine and it kills us to Rocky Helmet damage. That's fine with me. It's most likely not max speed. I'm just gonna go for rocks here. So now he can defog. He tricks. That's dirty. That's really dirty. Well, if he's trick, he's probably not HP fire. No, he's just Psyshock. So we can go Rachi. And then that sounds good. Let's go double into Landorus, expecting this Arcanine. Yeah, there we go. And he forfeits. Great, I'll take the wins however we can get them. Broke the 3-game losing streak. And here we are against a kind of funky, kind of cool looking team. Mega Blastoise is pretty interesting. It must be Rock's Gliscor, Spike's Ferrothorn, or it could be like the Spadef Gliscor with Rock's Ferrothorn. The reason I think it's Spike's Ferrothorn is because Bisharp's there, and you know, You want to be able to, you want to pressure your opponent into defogging when you have Bisharp, so that way you can potentially get that boost. The nice thing is that besides Goodra and Blastoise, I guess, Ferrothorn does really nicely against his team. So what is he going to lead with? I think Gliscor is his lead. And he leads Bisharp. I'm just going to Earthquake unless he wants to do, in case he wants to do something crazy. So this probably has Power Whip is what this is telling me. So he is just rocks Ferrothorn. It's not an item that we can see yet, so he's either Chople or Rocky Helmet, I guess. Let's find out. He is Rocky Helmet. I don't like Rocky Helmet Pharaoh because it just needs the leftovers recovery so badly. I also don't really have an answer for it. He goes for Leech Seed. Okay, so he must have Protect then. Are we willing to risk it? Yeah, my man. That was the wrong play. Now he's gonna Protect. Nope, we take out the Ferrothorn. Small price to pay, losing our Dragonite, but that Ferrothorn is a huge problem for this team. So I do not mind. And then he doesn't have anything on his team that outspeeds Landorus. Unless it's like Scarf Goodra. I'm just going to U-turn here into Jirachi. Yeah. I am Yachi on Landorus, so I guess I could have taken that, but I just didn't, obviously didn't want to. So now I think he's going for Flamethrower. He's mixed with Earthquake. That did not do very much at all. He must not be at all invested. So let's just go for Stealth Rock. Unless his last move is Rest, we do beat this. Oh, wow. That did a lot. What the heck set is this? Well, I'm not gonna complain. Like I said, we gotta take the wins where we can get, and we lost 3 straight to start this live. Crit, not great, but I'm gonna save this because I can bring it back in on Blastoise or Feraligatr and try and get the Water Absorb boost. We can just go Pharaoh. And that kills the Bisharp. Cool. Alright, well thanks again, for bearing with me, you guys, through this live. Sure, it's always a lot of fun to watch us lose ad nauseum. Ferrothorn, Mega Blastoise. Let's say he's got Aura Sphere. It's definitely a kill. We don't really need Lando for anything at this point. It's crazy. I still don't think I can really... I'm still not sure that I can win this. It's that Gliscor that's really scaring me here. Cool, he does make the predictable play. He does go into Gliscor. I should have knocked off. That would have been such a good play. But assuming this is Spadef, which it doesn't look like it is. So he just roosts here, so... What do we want to do? This is where it's tough again. I could try and flinch him down with Jirachi, but that's a big thing to risk. Then again, Gengar's gonna die to knockoff. we're not going to beat it 1v1 with Ferrothorn. So yeah, I just want to try and get off a big hit with Shadow Ball. Actually, Taunt would not have been a bad play either. Yeah, but now I think we can try and flinch it down with Jirachi. I want to click Iron Head for the extra damage, but I don't want to, you know, be locked in on Iron Head against one of the other Mons. Yeah, this is precisely why. So now we need 2 flinches. We got 1. Let's get 2. Goes into Gliscor. I don't agree with that. Maybe I do. We're doing like 10% damage to him every turn. And he roosts. Yeah, we gotta get a lot of flinches in a row, and we don't. So I think that's basically GG. But it's okay, because we're still gonna upload this because I have no shame. If we keep spiking, actually. Now I'm wishing I had Leech Seeded again. That would have been nice. Yeah, but now we can't win. Yep. Let's go Lando. We'll try and Stone Edge. And maybe we'll 2-hit KO. Actually, we do. We just gotta hit again. And we do. Okay, so not all is lost. Alright, okay. That went from looking pretty grim to not too bad all in a hurry. But do we go for damage or do we go for knockoff? Landorus T. 2 Feraligatr is really strong. Or it's really bulky. Yeah, I don't know. What's it gonna do to Ferrothorn? Yeah, I'm gonna make the safe play and knock off. I mean, I'm really glad that I did that, because now this still isn't gonna be able to do anything to Ferrothorn. Unless it's got superpower, of course. And he doesn't, so as long as we hit, which we do, we win. That's a narrow 1-0 victory, and ladies and gentlemen, that is where I'm going to end this live. Climbed our way back into the 1400s after almost tilting our way all the way down into the 1300s, all the way towards the low 1300s. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to check back for more Pokemon content, and until the next time, I will see you guys later.